In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Grand rising, people, to another beautiful day here at the Morning Mac Show. It's your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka you know who it is. Yes, yes, yes. Before I can get into the show, it's Turn Up Tuesday. Yay! Jay's the Blue by AM Morning. Yes, this book right here, this book right here is a good book. You can get it anywhere where books are sold, all over, hardback, softback, audio, digital. It's out everywhere. Y'all get it, support, share, love, and like. And send me some feedback. Tell me how you enjoyed the tales. Alrighty. Molly Moss, CMOS. CMOS, CMOS helps boost your immune system. And when you're feeling low, your energy is running low. It gives you good energy, all that good stuff. So Shades of Blue by AM Morning, a couple with Molly Moss CMOS is a good thing to have for a limited time. We got both. You get the Shades of Blue and you get the Molly Moss CMOS. Yay! So today is Turn Up Tuesday. Let's get into the show. Hey, I see my boy Trey's in the house. Good morning, Trey. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm about to start waiting a little long. I don't want to be the first one in all the time. I'm
No, I
about to.
mean, but you know what? You're the only one that's here. That's right on time. And Molly here. We supposed to be at 10:30. Everybody else, I don't know if they try to be fashionably late because truth be told, I be talking to some of them right on up to this time to get on the show. So I don't know why they just ain't on the show, right? But they
They
like to
want
be
for. I know
fashionably
what it
late.
is. They want to wait for the motion to get rolling. They don't want to be in here when it's quiet and we just
You
talking
know
shit.
what? We're gonna start locking the studio like everybody else show.
Just
Get the respect when they be. We're gonna start. I'm gonna have Molly start locking the studio after a certain time. So
because
you know,
no disrespect to everybody else, but it's like everybody getting here to plug in their show or something they want to promote. I feel like people can get in here a little earlier. Everybody make it at the end part to come in here, pop in and send Molly something, but I feel like it'd be You know, so don't wait no hour before you come in or hour. And everybody ain't busy. Sometimes you're doing something, but sometimes you're not.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
but
You absolutely right.
yeah,
You know, but
y'all plug y'all shit up. So being here for some conversation a little bit. I like
look,
that. I do like about your platform that it is that way though. Because if I'm doing something, I know, well, damn, I ain't missed the whole show today because I couldn't make it on time. So I do like that to a certain degree. But that getting here the last 30 minutes, last 45 minutes, or whatever to plug up your show and shit, nah, that shit need to go. This is your show, so you control the narrative, but that shit need to go. It do.
Molly Ball.
It does.
Good morning, Molly Ball. I see Molly. What's
You
he
know
doing?
Molly. What you mean you see Molly? You know
I
he is.
just, I see Molly.
Ring.
Hey, Molly Ball. He look like a superstar. Look at Molly looking like a super. Go ahead. That's Bob Marley Jr. Look. Bob Marley, not Marley, but Molly.
I
Look
ain't gonna
at.
take away from him, but he music soul child on the low. That's why he just lifted his shades up to let you know why he got him on.
Okay. But he look good with the shades like
It's a fresh
superstar.
look. You look like
Oh,
a
he
mega
look
producer, as you are. Shit.
I know that's right. LA
Yeah.
Josh Preston. Good morning, LA.
What's up, Josh?
Good morning. Y'all see the new producer, the new Molly Mall?
Not new,
One
Bob.
love. Come on, Molly. One heart. Come on, sing it. Let's get together.
I get some spontaneous shit.
Together and feel alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel better in a
One
minute.
love. I like that from that commercial. I like all the
Yeah.
big commercials.
Look, you
I don't
feel
even drink.
irie. When they say they feel good, it's I feel irie.
Yeah, I
It's
still
crazy
got
how
this
they get
star
the
on my app. I had this
how
star
they
on
be
my
using
app for about
people
5
music.
months now.
They be insurance commercials and shit that they be using the music for.
Yeah, I like it.
Money's still going to whoever you go to.
One.
Well,
Let's get
the states
together.
still get paid if they use it. Money
Yeah,
still goes to the family, and some
yeah.
people
That's
still
Yeah.
what that's
generate.
what that's.
Now, it's so many memes are going around about what Jimmy Carter was laid to rest and all the presidents showing up. I don't know what's real and I don't know what's fake. Because I saw when Kamala and Jill Biden was getting into a shoving match. I was like, wait a minute. Was they shoving and arguing for real? Molly had to send me back. Molly was like, Reese, that's not real. This IG stuff or AI stuff, it looks so real. Because when you see them hitting each other, it looks real.
Yeah,
I,
but you know, you gotta be able to like look at certain things that you just know is not gonna happen. Like you're not gonna see presidents swinging on each other. Like you might see a little back and forth debate or debate, but you ain't about to see them swinging on each other. Shit.
but
Yeah.
it looked real. Molly, you got that video? When I saw it, I kept looking at it over and over. Molly said, no, that's not real. And I'm like, well, how did they?
AI. AI is a new wave. AI can make you. It's actually kind of dangerous to me, honestly.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, Trey. It's dangerous because you could put anything out there on anybody at any given time. And how do we know what's true and what's not true? And America will see stuff and they will go into mass panic behind stuff.
Yeah,
That's
just discernment.
control.
You just gotta
That's
use discernment. You know that it ain't like you know.
I don't put nothing past nothing to nobody nowadays. And now you know you can't see what you see. You can't believe what you see on the media half the
Nah,
time. Am I real? Am I here? Am I an illusion? I mean, I could be really 110-pound white girl. I may not be a big black burly girl up there.
why is that always the go-to? I don't know. Never mind.
That was the joke when I was coming up. That was the 110 because that's what they was joning on me, and they said that's what I act like. You know, back
okay.
when I was young, because I used to talk Valley. out,
Oh,
out, like a Valley girl way back in the day. Now this was
which one?
Square Pegs was out,
One of the Kardashians or something. Yeah.
and I used to talk like, and they used to, I used to get teased and stuff,
Right.
That,
Whatever.
was,
Fuck,
that, so that was
fuck
the
them.
joke.
Fuck them. Fuck them. They in the past. Ask them same people what they doing now. I hope they got careers. If they got the movie show, then they ain't hitting on shit. So that's all I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. I know my energy is low because I've been up early part of this morning. I've been trying to get my legs straight so I can get my pedaling in. And I know not to pedal past my knee pain. So I pedal, then I stop, I pedal, then I stop, but I'm still getting my 500 steps in. So that's my goal. That's my daily goal for this week.
I ain't mad at that at all.
So I mean, it's good. I'm doing it. I'm proud of myself. When I get past the knee pain, that I can go a little further, then I think I'm gonna add 100 by every knee pain because I don't want to mess around and mess my leg up. Trying to, because at my size, I don't know if I qualify for a knee replacement surgery because I was told that only certain weight, when you're at a certain weight, that they'll give you a knee replacement surgery. They was like, oh, you too big, they won't give you a knee replacement surgery. I don't know if that's true or not. So I gotta look further into it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe because of the pressure that's on your knee, especially after getting it done. So I think that'd be that'd be a reverse effect. That'd be the opposite of what you're trying to do. I feel like it might be more damaging if you. I mean, I don't know. I ain't no damn doctor, but that could be why.
It could be.
But you're making your steps. I mean, it don't matter. Like you making your steps.
Yeah,
you're gonna choose the emotions to get right. So
I'm going through all the motions so I can get down all the weight because they're saying that my knees are bone on bone. So before it start sparking flames, get bad, I gotta release the weights so I can get the bionic knees. So I can have good knees again. So that's the goal. But when I lose the weight, it's not losing where I want to lose it at. I'm like, damn it, get these thighs down, get this down. I don't need to lose no more weight on my ankles, on my wrists, or whatever. I don't need, on my backside, my butt, my thighs, half the side. It's like I lose weight on the back, but I don't lose weight on the front.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah. It's hard to control. Can't really, you can't really say where you want to lose weight.
And I'm trying to gain muscle because they're saying that with your bone density when they be all fragile like.
Yeah.
I'm trying to gain muscle, trying to do all of that. And don't get me wrong, I was starting this before the new year came in. I was starting this for back some time for a minute.
Yeah, you've been talking for the new year.
So yep. Taking my sea balls and my good volleyball sea balls, which I need some more of because my head is starting to swell again with mucus.
Well, next time I go up there and get some, I'll gladly drop off an order at your house. Next time.
Thank you. I'll definitely appreciate that. Good morning, Phil Page. How are you feeling today, Phil?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's up, folks?
Ain't nothing. What's going on this morning?
We're just saying good morning to everybody.
It's all good, baby. Hey, have y'all talked to was it Pastor Clark?
Yes.
About what
you talking about his recent posts with the donations? Yeah. I'm sometime before the show's over, had that to Molly already, so he can put it up if that's what you're trying to do.
To share the video.
You talking about the one talking about the donations and stuff, right?
The donations and the food drive for the women at the shelter.
Yeah, the women's shelter.
I didn't see that.
What is it? The Harriet Tubman shelter
The
Harriet
women's
Tubman.
not getting fed over there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That brown building. I think it's brown
Yeah.
building, brown brick building.
What's going on with the women's shelter? You said the women are not getting fed.
Well, it's
They
no, it's just
say
trying to look out for the women as well. You know, I don't think anything specific is going on. I think the
oh,
fire
they
did
were
say
on
something
the
about.
news and they said that they haven't been getting food for the last couple of weeks. So they haven't been getting fed
Oh,
over there. So
Oh,
what Clark is going to do is he's going to set up a food station outside of the shelter on Wednesday and Thursday and get them coffee and oatmeal.
I seen
okay.
that.
So yeah, so I sent some money yesterday and I'm getting a barbershop involved to take up donations so we can buy oatmeal for them.
That's what's up. Yeah, different foods and everything.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
he
they
said
don't have a crisis over there.
he was gonna come on board today and talk to you guys about it. So
Oh, all right.
Okay.
You know, he get
Yeah.
the link he pop up. So, I like to hear him talk about it.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was
definitely.
going on. I mean, I wish they had something for the residents that live in this area. Like, I wish they had some type of, just like they got news break and tell me when somebody stole a car. I wish they had something to tell me there's a community event or like some type of board that said that there's this going on. This area is in trouble or something.
yeah,
I
'cause
didn't
this
know
is over
about it till I
Southeast
seen
over by
this.
DC General.
Oh, okay. I ain't know shit
Oh,
about it till I seen this post. I ain't gonna lie.
and I still ain't see the post. So, Kenny, anytime you got something going on and you got a post, let us know. We'll shout it out for you as well. I mean, something to this magnitude, it takes
Yeah,
a whole village.
Yeah.
So, I didn't even know about it. So I feel my heart goes out.
I reached out to some people I know in Maryland to shelter, well, some organizations in Maryland. They said they got food, but they can't transport it unless they get a refrigerated truck. So it's too far for them to transport in a car. So I guess by law they got to transport it with a refrigerated truck. And I
Yeah,
don't know
because
nobody that got a
it's
refrigerated
zone.
truck.
I don't know nobody with no refrigerator truck though.
Is anybody out there with a refrigerated truck that can help transport food from what? From where do they got to transport it from? Maryland to
Harford County, Maryland.
Oh, all
Harford
right,
County?
Pomfret.
Woo, that's a minute away, right?
Yeah, it's a minute away. That's why they can't transport the food in a truck, in a car. It got to be refrigerated.
Wow.
I mean,
So
it can't be done in portions where people like how we got them the insulated bags. Like it can't be
I
done
don't
in
know. She's saying that she can't, with their organization, the distance is a problem.
yeah.
And they don't have a refrigerated truck to transport. They say they transport stuff like to Baltimore. But DC is too far without a refrigerated truck. And I'm like, yeah, as cold as it is, it's going to make a difference. But apparently there's
it is
some
cold.
kind of law or something that you can't do that.
I mean,
Wow.
I get it, but I feel like if Kenny can expand on it, I mean, we can understand
It
more
should
about.
be like the government should step in there because if you go at counties that's willing to other counties like Hartford County or Montgomery County, whatever other counties that is willing to help another section, it seemed like that they would jump in and let them use a refrigerated truck, just like their food was delivered to that food bank to rotate it, then to go to the other one, so they could spread it out amongst all, because they may have more homeless and shelters in Southeast, the people that need food in Southeast than they do in Hartford County. They may only got 10, and in Southeast they may got 20. So they should be able to. You would think some kind of way. This local
Right.
government or political. I mean, that we have to get on that level.
That's the first thing I thought, Josh, for real, but I'm not sure.
What
Maybe
what was the question? What y'all say?
No, I didn't have a question. He said they probably can rent one.
Yeah.
I gotta understand the details from Kenny, whoever, like about what they can do or how limited they are and stuff.
But he was saying that he
Sorry.
can only set up the food station in the parking lot. They're not gonna let the women come out of the outside of the parking lot. So he can't go into the shelter. So he can only
Because
set up in the
he's a guy.
parking lot.
So he can't do it because he's a guy.
No, I guess because he's a guy and because it's a battered women's shelter. You know,
I mean, okay, yeah, I'm not arguing with that, but I'm just saying when somebody is feeding y'all and somebody just utilize your kitchen, we ain't trying to walk around the sleeping quarters and talk to people. If we in the kitchen, we should be able to. Anybody is coming in to use help, they ain't got space for people. I
these
mean, I know
people
you're
don't
gonna
feel
work.
like say for instance, I can understand that situation. Say for instance, I volunteered to help. These women don't know me. I can be somebody's husband and just trying to figure out a way to get in. So
Oh
But
well,
they should have the women. They should have other women helping. I mean, if you bring
like
me
staff
food
there.
to
Like,
the
what if
house,
staff are around and you're not? If you're not in a
so
different
that's
vicinity
why I'm
outside,
doing. He can explain.
I don't understand that. I mean, I
I
don't
do
understand.
get it. It does make sense to a degree. I'm
No,
just saying you have credible
I don't
staff.
understand it.
If you have somebody that's worked with people before and somebody like that can show their background and give you the pass over information, especially like an LLC or something, nonprofit, um, I would think that would maybe even if it's a limited amount of people he's allowed to bring in. But I'm like, y'all calling out for resources. So how can you tell me give you the resources from the parking lot? I mean, everything got to have rules and regulations. So I ain't arguing.
Parking lot, cool. He's cool with doing the parking lot. You don't have a problem with that. You know, the trick is, I mean, the thing is to get them fed, regardless how you do it. So,
So
they
the staff
they
members
can
will
all
just
come to the parking
come
lot, get
receive from the parking lot. Like they'll just come
uh,
receive it from the turd. Like the staff members will
just go
just come receive.
walk out in the parking lot and get the oatmeal and a cup of coffee. That's all he can provide right now is oatmeal. So he's trying to get 50 pounds of oatmeal.
Okay, can I ask why? I mean, I know you don't work there, so I ain't asking you to answer everything. But why do you think that it would just be limited to those things? Because I would want something far more nourishing than coffee, and that can be included by default. But I would want a lot more
Right
to
then, you
give
got to start with what you got. It's hard enough getting oatmeal. And then you got the other stuff you got to cook and do all that other stuff. You can do oatmeal with hot water. So if you make your coffee, you can do oatmeal. But you ain't gonna sit out in the parking lot and fry bacon and eggs.
I didn't say
I
Phil.
mean, no. I'm saying that
I didn't
they
say
have
all
women
that.
in the shelters. They have other females in the shelters and crews. Why I don't understand why they can't deliver it. The women come out, get their stuff, and go in there and cook their food. Why can't the women go? The staff. I mean,
I mean,
that's what they there for to oversee, right? It should be that hard. I'm not understanding that.
because then it wasn't a problem with the guys, and I understand guys going into a guy's environment and how that's not a compromise like with guys going into a women's spot. But
But you got some women. He got women on his team. He got,
y'all
I mean,
got staff. If we just work and talk with the staff, we ain't gotta mingle with the people that need the shelter as a residence right now. We ain't gotta talk to them. It
right.
would be
It's
nice
just
to be able to do
delivery.
so. But if there's a reason why we can't, then we should just be able to utilize the area where the staff are. Have the staff monitor the people that are volunteering. And we just be in like a kitchen space. We just be in the food eating space. Like that is, I mean, I get it with the battered women, but I mean, nobody's too like destitute or whatever to not get to receive some food somebody trying to give them. It's
But
them
you're going
that's
to
calling
stop them
for the
from
food.
eating because they're in a battered shelter and you can't
I
deliver
don't want to
the
sound
rent.
insensitive or
That
nothing, but
don't make sense. I'm gonna cut my nose off to spite my face. I need this food.
But
Do you
apparently
think
this was on the news. He found out it because they reached out to the news, and it was on the news, and they were asking for somebody to come help. That's how he got involved.
and then they come in and help? But why you make stopping them at the parking lot? They come in. When you send out an SOS, and I'm not going to be picky about what ride comes to save me. When you broke down, I don't care to jump on the back of a raggedy pickup truck If I need to get out of from where I am or whatever, if you sending me help, I'm gonna take that help. Whether my help come in a ground
Wait,
paper
But
bag
it could
or
be.
flat.
you called an Uber and almost got kidnapped. So be careful what you say.
Well,
Yeah.
no, well,
So what they won't let you feed the homeless? What y'all talking about? What they won't let you do?
They
oh, it's
won't
the
let them.
women's shelter. It's the Harriet Tubman women's shelter. Is they put out a SOS. I didn't know certain details till Philip got on here, so I didn't know that they reached out to the news saying that they could use the help because they're not getting a lot of resources when it comes to food, and it was being said that when it comes to receiving the food and how we're going to do it, I was asking certain questions, and they said that the limitation is like the sidewalk. So meaning how Kiani and them went in and was working in the kitchen to get the food prep, we wouldn't be able to do that. And it's Josh said it's oatmeal, not a full course meal. They can fix it themselves if they have problems with men being there. Yeah, I mean that part is true, but I would like to have sent more things of nourishment versus oatmeal. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's hard to get oatmeal. Um, maybe it's hard to get oatmeal, but I just would want to send them more. I don't want y'all to just get oatmeal and coffee. I would want to do a lot more. Y'all can deserve a lot more than just oatmeal and coffee because that's the niggas got more than oatmeal and coffee.
You know
Don't
what it
matter what
sounds
time of
like
the year it was.
when you say
Because
oatmeal and coffee. You remind me of how America always sending over rice and milk to the starving countries in Africa. All they send them is rice, right? They drop down rice and stuff so to save them and sustain them.
I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure.
I don't think nobody's too proud to beg, but it's just I'm just trying to understand why we're limited with them. Now I understand that battered women could be if my girl on the inside or whatever and I used to beat her ass or something like that, or I have a problem with her, I can be one of the people that hide in the midst of that group and do something to her, I guess. But I was still saying that if we're staying around the staff members in the certain areas of the public areas, for them, then it shouldn't be a problem. We're not trying to go in the sleeping quarters and figure out the conditions or talk to them about it. We're just trying to be in an area where we can prep and distribute more
And
than
fix,
oatmeal and coffee. Why do
that's
women
the
get oatmeal and
kitchen.
coffee and the men, if they're asking for that, I guess, then that's cool. But the men got more than that, Thanksgiving or not, So I just want Kenny to get on here as soon as he can. I'm gonna message him because we don't need to be rambling about this and he ain't on here with the facts. I'm
Right.
gonna
Right.
get on.
Trey, would you mind catching Beast one up? Grand Rising Beast.
What's up,
Boy,
Beast?
What's up, D?
Good. So the
how you
subject
doing?
matter right now is good for real, for real. The subject matter right now is the Harriet Tubman women's shelter and their SOS that they send out to the news for resources. Now it seems like the main thing they're asking for is oatmeal and coffee, which is totally fine. But one of the problems that I heard that came to the surface is not problems, but one of the things that came up is that we can only distribute or give out the food that is collected from the sidewalk, and we're not allowed to enter the building. Which is okay. I mean, we try to do what we're trying to do. Like Philip said, it doesn't matter. But I just don't understand why we can't use like the kitchen area, like the public areas, the public spaces to do what we're doing. That is neither here nor there because if somebody's going to help, they're going to help regardless. So they're not going to get hung up on the fact that they can't enter the building. But my thing is, I would want to do more than give them oatmeal and coffee because the same said people went to the men's shelter and they did a lot more. Thanksgiving or not, they did a lot more. So I personally, I'm wondering if they are only accepting
Well,
that,
right
if
now,
they,
it's also a money issue. It's also a money issue. I mean, because he got his resource, he's willing to help. Like I sent him some money. I'm getting a barbershop to send him some. But you're talking about doing more right now. You got to start with something. Oatmeal and coffee is cheap. Okay, you're
is
trying
that,
to
is
get
that so? That's
pairs of
Kenneth's
oatmeal.
suggestion. That's not what they're asking for. They're asking for general food in general. You're saying,
Well, they're
and
asking
Kenneth
for
is
help.
suggesting.
They're asking for anything, but Kenny said that all he could afford is
Right.
oatmeal and coffee. So
Oh, okay.
they do
Oh,
like give
okay.
us whatever, but he said all he can afford is oatmeal and coffee. So that's why Phil said that they're taking up donations and stuff so they can hopefully get them people more than just oatmeal coffee. But this is part two. The problem is that they're not letting them inside the facilities. They stopping them in the parking lot. So he has to set up a hub in the parking lot to even serve the oatmeal and coffee. They're not
I
allowed.
over there Thursday and help them serve, but I mean, these women are battered, so I don't really know what the logistics of it is, and
Yes.
you know, so and I don't know a lot about battered women's shelters. I'm sure they got some guidelines they gotta adhere to.
Hollywood stuff, yeah.
Well, I've done some things at these shelters, with my company, and that's pretty standard. They don't allow you in there one or two reasons. One, a lot of those battered shelters have families in them
Right.
that are really hiding. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want cameras. They don't want you to, bring your phone in their video, stuff like that, because it makes the one thing that makes people leave is when they don't feel secure, when they don't feel when they're in those situations. So if they just start letting people in, then the residents there who feel that their life is in jeopardy or their family's life, the people that they're trying to get away from will find out about where they are and come looking for their kids or whatever the case may be. Then they leave because they don't feel secure. So I know that a lot of them have those things because they want to make sure that the residents feel like they're protected and they have a place where they can be safe without worrying about people getting in there, willy-nilly or all easily to get to their kids and themselves.
Okay.
So,
That makes a lot of sense.
That
yeah,
does.
so,
But I was saying that why don't the staff come out, grab the food, and go in and feed the people? Because just like you said, Beast, they have children in their facility too. So the staff will have to come out and get the food and go back in so the children can eat too. That's all I was saying. That it should be some kind of way.
If the staff can prep the food, then my argument is done. Like if they can cook it for them and fully, or they got a way that they receive food and distribute it so everybody gets some or whatever. I just thought it was more. I get what Rodney is saying. I just thought it was more like personable when you like do it yourself. Like you distribute it out. And I don't know. You feel like you more hands on. But if they receive the food that people donate on those days and take it inside and give it to everybody, then I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Don't forget you got children. You got children in that facility as well.
Yeah.
So you got to feed the babies. I'm just saying that they don't have the refrigerated truck. See, that's another issue. Harford County has food that they could deliver, but it has to be in a refrigerated truck by law. And we need the donation of a refrigerated truck to get that food from Harford County to go to Southeast Washington, D.C. That's where they got to go. And that's a nice little ride. That's why they need a refrigerated truck. Phil was making a joke and saying, as cold as it's been, you got a refrigerated truck. Any truck is a refrigerated truck as cold as it's been. But they go on by the guidelines. You got to hear it play by the guidelines.
They got plenty of food. But by law, they can't. It's a distance issue. They can't transfer it that far in a non-refrigerated truck.
Oh, so the main problem is really a truck.
Somebody got sick or something, they're liable.
So the main problem is the truck, man. It ain't even the food. It's the streamline to them.
That's one county that's want to come to the rescue, but can't because they don't have refrigerated transportation. No, is there anybody out there, any trucking company out there? I just can't believe that there's no trucking company. After it went to the news, no trucking company willing to help. And you got all them Lancaster trucks that's refrigerated, that's already out there in Harford County. You ain't got nobody.
Yeah, nobody volunteer. Y'all hit the news and nobody wanted to volunteer. That's tough.
Just to make one.
Pastor Clark is the only one that stood up. So you worried about a truck? I mean, shit. There should be people in D.C. willing to donate food.
I mean, yeah, that alone for real, yeah, for real. They should be
That
covered.
don't make any
Honestly, we should
sense
just be,
because
We should be able to help our own.
we
yeah,
got food banks set up all over DC. So that what you just said, that don't make any sense because they got food banks and set it up. They got some so others may eat. They got the kitchen, Martha's Kitchen or whatever venue. So they got a lot of food banks. So why is that particular women's shelter not eating?
And I don't know if that's a DC run women's shelter or is it a privately run women's shelter. I don't know how that works in DC.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Because DC got food. They set up the food trucks. They set up all over the place,
yeah,
and food banks and food pantries. So I don't get it.
yeah.
but
Well,
really we need Pastor Clark on the line to talk about, like I said,
About
right
exactly what's going
right
on.
now,
I'm
trying
just
to
setting
get
up the
50
bank
pounds
and
of,
stuff.
right now his biggest concern is trying to get 50 pounds of oatmeal and coffee.
50
So
pounds of
let's
oatmeal.
start right.
50. Is he talking about the instant oatmeal or
I
the
guess
packet?
the instant oatmeal that you can add water to, because he
That's
got
the
the
pack.
little styrofoam plates and cups that he's going to put it in and give it to the people in the shelter. He got
Where Kiani at? I think he's on the panel too. I don't know. Wait, out Kiani. I see a couple of the other people that usually come on the show and talk about human interest stories. Kiani and Kenny know he welcome all the time. If he need a SOS and want people to donate instant oatmeal or
he told me last night he was coming on the show, so I don't,
Well,
I
I
don't
just sent them
exactly.
a message and send them the link saying that we need them on. So
because I'm pretty sure we out there that would donate. Hell, I donate boxes of oatmeal. When I go to Walmart and Walmart would deliver where you tell Walmart to deliver to. So you can go to Walmart and have them to deliver the food directly to the women's shelter over there. Anybody that's in ear that can hear me, anybody that can hear me or can see me. If y'all want to donate and help that women's shelter out, all you got to do is get that address. Phil, you got the address?
I don't have the address.
You could send, and Walmart's trucks are refrigerated.
Yep.
Okay,
Hey,
those trucks are refrigerated. And if they need oatmeal and stuff just to drop off the package to the facility.
Oatmeal is a dry item, so it does not need to be refrigerated.
Right. And if all he needs is 50, how many? 50 pounds? He
He
can't
told me that 50 pounds of oatmeal.
Now, how can he equivalent 50 pounds out of the packs? That don't make sense.
All right.
Well, I was talking to Frank in the barbershop, and he said that he buys 10 pounds bags of oatmeal from Costco. So it would really be like
it's 1910 Massachusetts Avenue, Southeast.
So 1910 Massachusetts Avenue. I mean the kind of oatmeal that he cooked. He don't mean the instant packs, Phil. That's two
Like the
different.
big bags. I got a big bag of oats. Like,
what you mean the kind that you cook? Don't you cook it all?
Huh?
It just add hot water, right?
No. When you got them bags of oatmeal,
a
it
big
ain't
bag.
like you. It's not like the individual packs of oatmeal. When you got them big bags of oatmeal, you gotta have a pot and cook it in a.
You can
Cook
put
it in
50
a
pounds
pot.
in a jar. Yeah, you put one
Got
person
the
gets you a 50
individual
pound
pack.
bag. It should be a
That's
couple
what
100 pounds if we're gonna do
is.
oatmeal. That's just bags of oats and bags of
He said he need 50 pounds of oatmeal. 50 pounds.
okay.
So you said you need a burner and a fire to cook.
Who voted on the oatmeal?
The oatmeal.
That's what I'm
Molly
trying to.
said who voted on oatmeal. I don't know.
I don't eat
Kenneth
oatmeal.
said that's
I
what he can
wonder,
afford
like,
to do. I'm just.
they did that
That's
for me,
what
and I was
he
in
can
that
afford.
program. I'd be mad as shit. Like, why y'all pick oatmeal? I don't eat oatmeal. Like, how the fuck
that's
do they?
I'm sitting here like, yeah.
But you could stretch it out more though. But them
And
people
you
want
forgot you got
food,
the
man. They don't want no
baby.
Like,
oatmeal.
like
Get
shit
them
you would
some
eat.
If you
bread, some
hungry, do you
sandwiches,
discriminate?
100 glizzies, and some burgers or something, man. Get them
Yeah,
something.
you got the babies in these programs, the woman you know.
Okay. Well, Kenny know we got him. Whatever you need, we'll donate. We'll come out
Yeah.
help. Whatever they
And for the
need.
people that's in earshot, and Trey gave the address. Trey, give that address one more time. One more again.
Yeah, sure, I got you. Hold on. Hopefully,
Because
Yeah, but
still
y'all
hear me
make
without
y'all
being on
make
the screen. Y'all
make
can
sure
still
that's
hear me,
not a
right?
make sure that's not a battered woman shelter, because if it is, they're
Y'all,
not going to give you the address.
They
uh,
already got that address.
battered women's shelter. It is.
can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right, yeah, it's 1910 Massachusetts Avenue, Southeast, Washington, D.C. It's 20003 for the zip code, and they have a number, which is 202-795-9966. It's the Harriet Tubman Women's Shelter. So I'm pretty sure you can call for information. They got a website as well. So
Yeah, well, I guess they're not really concerned about that.
795-9966 for the Harriet Tubman Women's Shelter number. If you want to call and ask how you can do something.
Yes.
And I guess if they went on the news asking for help, they're not really concerned about that
About their
anonymity.
location.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So
And
that's
like
why
I said, people we could order from Walmart and have them delivered right over there to them. Just like we do Giant and Peapod, they deliver to us. We could buy some cases of Capri Suns for the kids or whatever, and whatever you need, and deliver it to them so they can get more than just, like Molly said and Trey said, more than just oatmeal.
Yeah, because I don't want oatmeal.
Yuck. Oatmeal is yuck.
It's better than nothing, but you can.
It's better than
Nah,
nothing.
that's
It's a lot of people that can do something, and a
Just
lot
add
more
more
than oatmeal. I mean, a variety of everything coming to them is what should be happening. So it shouldn't be restricted to no list.
Because
But
bananas is cheap, fruit, they
and I
can
can't
get
buy like stuff like the noodle packets and stuff to buy, like not top ramen, but like the noodle packets that you make lasagna with, and they cook it there. So you get a whole bunch of packs of like noodles, things that they can make meals with. Wouldn't that be
that would
like
be
if they're
better.
cooking there with them or cooking for
I
them?
think y'all went outside of Pastor Clark's resources. I mean,
no. See, well, we're telling the people that's out there that's in the earshot that want to give and donate the other stuff they could give. So we try to get past the clock resources. We try to get them to donate in to the shelter.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry to hear about that. And the fires in California, y'all, is still burning.
And the
man-made fire.
And
California off the bat.
And don't forget about North Carolina. Parts of North Carolina, they don't even have kerosene. This drove the line for people.
It's just the people in office right now fucking the world up, and they doing it purposely before Trump get in there. They trying to make it as hard as possible for him to make things better.
This is political. Shit is not
it's political. There's no way that the Olympics coming in
it's
2028, and they say we don't have no land in LA to actually throw the Olympics.
Right.
Well, now they got a fire that caused all these acres of land to just get burnt up. So now they're going to have land to do the Olympics.
I didn't believe what Rodney said yesterday because I was on the news.
Yeah.
They were saying, Rodney, I believe he was absolutely right when he said that it's homeless people or other ne'er-do-wells or degenerate people that's actually setting those fires.
That's the lie they made.
That ain't real.
They fucking been homeless in LA for all these years. Oprah, you know what? Oh, Whoopi Goldberg, wild ass, made that up on The View because The View hate the other side. Ain't nobody going out here homeless starting no fires. They had video of that. These people start the fire themselves like they did before. We should video them letting fires off in the woods. But if you believe homeless people got money to set off fires and they ain't got nowhere else to live.
Not the homeless people got money, but Rodney was saying that they started.
Not money. You think they can? Nah, I heard that story that it came from the homeless people. Like who? You got to be around homeless people to know that, right? It's the rich people lying. Didn't want no water. I guess the homeless people took all the water too. So they made that up. It was such a big fire. We just didn't have enough water to cover all the fire. No, when the fire first got started, y'all ain't had water. What are you talking about? But some people just be naive. I ain't naive to it. That's them. That's man-made. If you think it's anything else, Mother
Have you
Nature, then you tripping. It's this
have you
time of the
Just
year
do
in
know fire
California,
is
you
a part
tripping.
of nature, right?
do
Okay.
you realize a fire can
Not
start
the first
without a
time this has
person?
happened out
Yeah,
there.
it can.
It's
Yeah,
like
It
It
when
can,
you
it
can.
needs
have
to
earthquakes
combust and
and
be
hurricanes.
dry. It
It
needs
People
no,
to
can.
be.
build in
this,
places they shouldn't build. That place is burnt before. It burned from the mountain to the ocean. It's done that several times.
yep,
Just that it may have not have done it in the last 100 years, but that's what it does out there. You know, that's how it cleans itself up.
How they
yep.
I
cover
mean,
up shit and they people believe it.
No, they
This
don't.
is
It's
what
not a.
it's January. It's snowing over here.
It's not a
California,
cut.
it don't matter how
Wait,
it should never be that hot to get that hot before to catch fire. And
Well,
even when it
shit that
catch
just
fire, you
combust.
put the
they
fire
haven't
out.
had water.
It don't go so far that you can't control the fire. Oh, the fire so wild, we don't know what to do. The fire going around trees and shit. It burning up certain houses. Like, what type of fire got a mind like that? Do y'all understand that's controlled? Y'all don't
Yeah.
understand the technology they got out here, the weather control stuff they got
understand.
out here. Y'all think it's all made up and conspiracy theories. And as long as you
No,
think that they can put out news like this and burn down towns at home, why you think that insurance people already canceled people? They
And
knew
leaving,
this shit was coming. You don't
leaving
know
California
to cancel people insurance and
before the
cut this
fire.
out before the fire unless you knew it was coming. I don't
Wait a
know.
minute,
Some
wait a
people
minute. You
ain't
said
no
they
point
hold
in
canceled
on,
talking
hold on.
about it.
people.
People
Hey,
believe
hey,
it.
guys,
Hold on, wait a
have
minute.
y'all?
That's the news right there.
Wait a
And
minute,
it's
have
so
y'all ever known a fire to start just from the sky? I mean, sun reflecting off of a simple piece of
Lightning does it all
glass,
the time.
a
No, don't
lightning.
open
simple
it.
piece of
Jump
glass, a
off. Come
simple
back
piece
on,
of
brother.
metal,
No, they
a,
said that lightning can strike and you hit
a simple,
whatever.
a simple piece of metal with the sunlight on it can start a fire. It's so minute you don't even see it. And it also looks like a little miniature tornado that goes around it. Even in my head, in science, and I witnessed this. I even put a lady's yard out like that, small fire. But if you don't pay any attention, it will run under the grass to burn a path to which way it's going. I mean, I
If
can't
that
say that
underbrush
anybody.
hasn't been cleared in 10 or 20 years, you have nothing but dry timber to burn.
That's it. And it's going to cleanse itself. The earth cleanse itself. It don't have to be anybody said it. It's a part of what our life goes through. The earth is its own habitat.
But
If
there
we
was
weren't
another
here,
story where this guy was setting fires. They arrested him, and he was out there. He said he was setting fires. So you
no,
got some of everything. You got crazy people out there setting fires.
you got people out. You
The
got people
world
out there.
setting fires, and you got the government setting fires. Everything is setting fires.
Wait a minute. You got people that's living underground that could possibly set a fire if it's caught the wrong way. You got things out there. You got entities out there in
Probably.
this world. Yeah, I mean that you got pipes underground that we don't even know that's there that could explode to make this
You got
happen.
electrical
We
wire.
don't know. We don't know. Everybody just speculating. We don't know what's underground. Not everything. We know some, but not everything. So everything that we're saying right now is a conspiracy theory, period.
Yeah, but it's too many coincidence. I mean, like,
It's
I-
not,
even,
it's
even,
not a
even, even,
coincidence.
no,
Wait,
even,
morning, David.
even, oh, hey, what's up? Even, okay, so, they say, the symbol of the Super Bowl is, the colors is supposed to represent, who's supposed to be going to the Super Bowl. And
Yeah.
the colors was supposed to been, who was it? It was supposed to have been
Should have been the cowboy colors.
no, it wasn't. No,
That was funny.
It was
Throwing shit out there.
it was Baltimore. It was supposed to have been Baltimore and the Lions.
It's still a great possibility.
Wait a minute, I want to hear what he's saying.
Now all of a sudden the colors got
Check your
changed
motherfucking
to red and yellow, which means it's going to be the Rams, LA Rams, the LA Rams, and the LA Rams and the I think the Chiefs or whatever.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Right. And
Neither one of them are
and
going.
last night the LA
It's gonna,
Rams, the LA
it's gonna be
Rams,
Detroit and Buffalo.
LA Rams upset at the 14-2 or 14-3 or something like that. No, Minnesota Vikings or whatever. So you know what I mean. I agree with Molly. There's too many coincidence.
Well, I look at the science of it, and then you
when
like
they
you
did
said.
the interview. Then when they interviewed the people from the Rams, they said, yeah, we're doing this for the people in the fire and out of this is this and everything. And now all of a sudden, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just
Now that's the other part. That's the politics in it.
LA
That's
Rams.
If that come to fruition, then it's the politics.
Kenny in the back, Molly.
It could also be the red. That red could also resemble the Washington team too.
I don't resemble that.
No, it can't.
Resemble that.
They're in the same conference.
It don't resemble that. We can move away from that.
Good morning, Kenny.
Yeah, you're right. People do piss and somehow cause fires. As they said, homeless people out there urinating on the fire. That's what making it work. If we was told you can start a fire with piss, so it is some weird shit.
Yeah, that's what Lee said.
We was told that before.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said the little boy was playing with matches and he tried to piss on the fire without
it made it more of a fire.
Because
he had been drinking Hennessy all morning.
And lit that shit up.
And 9-year-old, a little boy.
I'm interrupting the press and all the shenanigans. Welcome to Kenneth Clark to
Kenny.
panel. Kenny, you the one we looking for with your 50 pounds of oatmeal. Tell us what's going on.
So currently at the Harriet Tubman shelter in DC, the day before yesterday, has been brought onto various social media platforms. I received several calls. I've been in contact with the ANC commissioners to bring the awareness of over 175 individuals of women, disabled persons who have not been fed in this hypothermia weather. There are several different things that's very disheartening when this report came out is that if you were aware of the weather temperature on Sunday, which was 20 degrees, individuals have been put out of the shelter at 7 a.m. in the morning in 20-degree weather, which is hypothermia weather. They're not being fed, provided with food, things of such. So praise be to God, to my great dear beloved comedian colleague Philip Page. I brought him on board. We're trying to get 50 pounds of oatmeal so we can be able to provide coffee, tea, something hot for them to be able to eat. So that's what I'm doing. I posted the Cash App. Look, I'm telling everybody, if you can't give, look, give me $1. We're gonna pull up. We're gonna do the same thing that we do that we did on Thanksgiving and on Christmas. We're gonna do for our sisters. You got a king right here that's gonna stand in the gap and support our women. That's how it's gonna be.
Okay, now help me out. When you say 50 pounds of oatmeal, you wanted them to get the oatmeal that they got to take and cook. How are you measuring their need by 50 pounds? Where'd you get that amount from?
So for the next few days, we're going to show up with hot oatmeal, grits, coffee, tea, something that they can have in their stomach, something that's hot. It's cold out here. Okay, so it's cold. In the midst of doing like the grits, we'll have turkey sausage in for the individuals that that need like protein. We have one side where they will have oatmeal where it will be flavored with raisins, cinnamon, and bananas. Then we'll have another side for people that are diabetic where it will be healthy oatmeal. We want to try to create options so that way that all of the people can be served accordingly. So we saying we want to bring coffee that's decaf. We want to bring tea, hot tea. We want to bring cocoa, things that's hot. It's cold. So we saying hot because look, hot. Look, I don't know if you like me, I don't want nothing cold on 20 days. And they're saying we're not eating. They came out on WUSA 9 News and said we're not eating. These are individuals. I don't know. I might just only sent you a screenshot of it, but it's been on the news. People called me specifically saying, hey, young man, we see you making noise. We see that you're an advocate about homelessness. Look, can you help us out over here? We need help. We're not eating. We in DC. We need love too. We need support. We're homeless. So guess what? We gonna do it. I rise to the call. Hey, we gonna pull up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gathering stuff. And like I said, if I get 10 people that donate $5, guess what? We got something done. I don't have time to be politically sound and politically savvy and to wait for a great white hope to get in office and this, that, and the third and all. We ain't got time for that. We're gonna collect whatever I can, and we're gonna go to BJ's. We're gonna pull up. We gonna get some oatmeal. We're gonna get some grits. We're gonna get some turkey sausage. We're gonna get some coffee. We're gonna get some tea, and we're gonna do what we do. And we're gonna pull up and help our queens. And it's just straight like that.
Okay. Are you going to be preparing the food? So you're going to be cooking and serving it for them, right?
Yes, indeed.
So okay. See that's where the meltdown. So you serving it from the parking lot. So Kenneth is going to be cooking the food and stuff, y'all, and serving it up so they can come out and get a hot meal.
Yeah.
So, and for those that don't want to come out, let the staff come out and grab some food and take it back in there so they can eat.
Can't let you know now how it's gonna go since you come to Southeast. Harriet Tubman Women's Shelter. Every year they do this. It's no different than a company saying that we going out of business. Everything must go, and the motherfuckers never go nowhere. Every year they do this. They go on the news and they say they got bad living conditions. They got no food. Around the same time, and people go out there and they donate money and they donate food and do the same thing you doing right now. The motherfuckers be rude, so don't get in your feelings if some people just snatch shit from you or smack shit out your hands. Some of them ain't got it all, down there. But this ain't nothing new. I want y'all to start researching some of these things and see that it's a pattern. They do this every year, and they say the same thing, and they get on people hot shot. It's no different than seeing the commercials and people, they over there. You don't know who that money going to. That's why I like that how you do it. We know it go to you. We see you go out there and you feed these people, but it's gonna be you and a million other people. And everybody was thinking I'm being a Grinch. I'm just telling you, I'm from Southeast. Most of these motherfuckers probably never been to Southeast or in that area that we going to. They won't go there any other day. This is the times that they come when they say all this bullshit. And I ain't even gonna share the video. I just gonna put it up. Y'all can see it's 8 months ago. They did the same thing, Kenny. 8 months ago. No, 11 months ago. Almost a year. Same thing. It's no different. They do this, and you can go back 2 years ago. They did it 2 years ago, 3 years ago. This ain't nothing new. If it's Harriet Tubman, it's going to be a women's shelter in Southeast. They should be taken care of. It's blow me that they start these programs, get millions of dollars, then they reach out to the poor and say, we need more help. We ain't got it. We the low income. We in Ward 8, and y'all want us to come out there and give what we got and try to feed the people when y'all got the money to do it. These programs get more money than any other program in any other ward. Ward 8 get the most money out of any other programs around here. They got the money. I don't know what they doing with it. When they did it, they blow it, and they don't buy these people what they need. And then when they get to the end of the year, they come and ask for help. I'm just telling you, I don't know how long you're gonna do it. I used to go out there. I got tired of doing it. So when people see, oh, Ma, why you come out there feeding out? Because that shit bullshit. It's a game. It's a game, and I'm tired of playing it. But just do your research. For some of y'all who think this new, this ain't nothing new. Harriet Tubman Women's Shelter always gonna need help.
I
Every
appreciate
year
that.
they're gonna need help. Every
I
year they're gonna go on the news and do the same shit. And I can play the clip whenever y'all want for any year. I'm just letting y'all know. At least you can have this information. You can still do it. That don't mean you shouldn't go do it. But I'm just telling you that these people always got help, and they always on the news saying that they need help, and all that shit bullshit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is definitely an eye-opening shocker. Thank you, Molly, for sharing.
Yeah. Over
Wow.
the summer, over the summer, they were without air conditioning over there. A great evangelist that does prison ministry was over there, um, um, trying to advocate. And though I'm gonna say this, Molly gonna give it to you raw, uncut. But here's the thing: where I'm at with it is, I don't really care what the whomever the powers that be that's supposed to be in charge. I feel as this is that, uh, you know, granted, I ain't making a whole lot of money, but it's like at the end of the day, I don't want to be. I like to have conscious, sleep at night, saying, hey, what could I have done? And I'm not saying that I'm going to be able to end all and to be all of stuff, because my heart is in this. Over 15 years ago, I didn't have a pot to piss in or a place to call home. I stayed. I have been in almost every form of shelter that there is. Before the Central Union Mission moved to Gale Bailey, when it used to be on U Street, I stayed there. When it Cold Blue in Baltimore, I stayed there. The Baltimore Rescue Mission, I stayed there. The Caris Home, I stayed there. The Safe Night Program in Charles County, I stayed there. The Robert J. Fuller Transitional House, I stayed there. So at the end of the day, and there are things that when you look at the organization and how these entities are ran, yes, they should be held accountable. But it's the vulnerable, it's the people that get the back end of the stick and they get the worst end of the stick. And so I'm care. I care because guess what? I know what it's like. I've been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? And most of us are afraid to even say it today. But the average American is only two paychecks away from being in the same boat in the same position. So I'm not waiting for, and I'm gonna just keep it a bean. I ain't waiting for the right elected official to get in office for me to say what can I do. I've talked to a couple of people. I got some people that's in the mental health care field that I can be able to get them to mental health support services. Granted, am I going there thinking that I'm gonna be able to be the end all of the 175 people? No, but I be daggone that one. Number one, I'm a man of God. Two, I love my people. Three, I'm not about to say that I'm for my people and then I just sit here and don't do nothing. That ain't me. I ain't waiting on nobody else to do something that I can do, that we can do as a community, because I know all of us here, we all have a heart and we all care. You know what I'm saying? We all have we have care. And be honest with you, Mr. Phillip, I appreciate you, man, because you was about to make me cry because you didn't hesitate. You know what I'm saying? You didn't you said, hold up, let me do this. And then the fact that you were doing what you were doing in the midst of handling your business, that's what it means when I say we all we got, we all we need. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because we ain't got to look to nobody else. We ain't got to look to a great white hope. We ain't got to look nowhere else but us. We have enough tools and revenue to roll our sleeves up and pull our pants legs up and say, let's get this done. So that's where I'm at with it. And yeah, I know I'm coming hot and heavy, but that's just what we got to be. I wouldn't care if it was 90 degrees, because guess what? I would be out there too. When they had our senior citizens in Marbury Plaza, before they turned it to whatever the name of the new road is, switching from Good Hope Road, I was out there in 110-degree weather, saying, "Young, when it comes to senior citizens, see, I've been brought up from the OGs, from the gangsters. They always installed this into me. The two people that you want to take care of is the senior citizens and the children. And in that Harriet Tubman building, they have senior citizens in there, on an oxygen tank, cannot breathe, have not been fed. People that's diabetic, can't get their insulin, can't just get the type of simple things, people that's taking the insulin. She said we can't eat sugar, but something like whole wheat, whole grain oatmeal, that will help her. You know what I'm saying? So me, I can't. I'm not the Lord and Savior, but you guys, darn it, I'm gonna do my part in what I can do to make a difference, and that's just what it's about. Straight up.
All right. Yeah, you got to do what's on your heart. That's all you can do is what's on your heart.
And
And
if
I mean,
God put it on the heart,
what God put on your heart, no man can change that. It don't matter who's funding what or who's in office or where you get your paycheck from. If you know somebody that needs something and you can help them, help them.
But see, what Molly was saying, and I get what he said. He said that this particular facility is going to constantly be in need, and they're going to constantly need the help, the band out, and the rescue. It's not because of the people that's in there; it's because of the people that's running it. We
Okay,
need
but
to
how,
get down to
how,
brass tacks. Whoever's running that facility,
how
do
many
they
other
purposely don't feed the people so they can create this type of outreach, so they can get this this eyes on me, we ain't gonna feed them for a week, so then they could go to the news and say that they're hungry, that we ain't fed them in a week. Who's controlling this? Because if Molly's saying what Molly's saying is correct, they're clock working it. It's every year or every time around the same time they do the same thing. They clocking it. And it's pour into money so the facility can take the money and run.
Everything runs. I do know some of what they do with the homeless thing because I too have been homeless, and it goes in a circle with the fiscal year. Like right now, it's fiscal year time. Everybody gets their money right now, so they have to let it out, be known that hey, we need X amount of money, regardless of how they do it or what they do. Believe in me, at the end of the audit.
Money, Lee. They don't need the money. They need the resources. Because you give the money, the wrong people getting it. Because
not necessarily. We don't allegedly. We don't know who's getting the money. All we know is that they need help. Every fiscal year they get the money. When I was in the shelter, and they got me a place, they paid my rent for 8 months. 8 months at $1,500 a month. How much money is that? So they allocate a certain amount of money per person. So it's kind of difficult for them to just take it unless they just don't give it to you. This money is allocated to each individual person for housing.
Yeah, now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this with this in particular because, like I said, I didn't just get this off of the internet. I've been on the phone. I've been on the phone with people, ANC commissioner and whatnot. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna just keep it all the way 100 on 1,000. I'm a spiritual person. Okay, the Bible that I read does not say that the church should be dependent on the government. The scripture says that the government should rest its shoulders upon the church. So me as being a man of God, that's where I'm at with it, to say, who are those that believe like me spiritually, say, look, we need to roll our sleeves up and do what we have to do. Now, it's DC government and Catholic charities that are in charge of this. We know specifically that when Catholic charities, that it's overhead, when it gets money, 80% of that overhead is going towards the overhead. The other part is not getting to the resources of the people. I ain't talking about from what I've read. I'm saying this from what I know. I have worked with the Catholic Charities entity, so I know that this is what's happening all firsthand. And though despite the government going to do what they're going to do, and though despite these forces are going to do what we do, the question that I have to look in the mirror and ask myself, what am I doing? That's just what it really is. And I just bring everybody else in my, in my world to let them know, hey, this is what I'm doing. And for me, this ain't about holiday. I'm in the trenches 365 days a year. Literally, last night, all I've been doing all last night is in one meeting, out the other meeting. My phone just rang, what you heard in the background, because people are saying, hold up, let's see what we can do to pitch in, because these are women. I'm just saying, as me being a conscious God man, I'm not waiting for no president, no politician, nobody else to figure out when they're going to get what they're going to do. That's the problem. We can say, oh, well, we got to wait for the election. No, they're hungry now. If we know we know that funding is coming in and it's mismanagement. That don't mean that just because the money is mismanaged that I let that senior citizen, the OGs, and the one that's really close to an OG. I won't call you out, Miss Lee, but the one that's really close to an OG is Philip. That's just how I was raised. The OGs that taught me to say, you take care of your citizens, you take care of the senior citizens, you take care of the children. If you are in a position, this is what's been installed in me. So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing my part.
Let me interrupt you because I want to ask you this question. How many times are you going to do this? Is this just for that one day? Is this just for once a week? How often will you be able to go out there and help them eat at that facility?
No. So what I have that's going on, even though this is live right here, I don't really like sharing a whole lot of information, but I'm gonna share with you what we already have. So there are already letters that have already actually gone out to restaurants. What restaurants you say? Golden Corral, IHOP, Denny's, Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, all of them. Those letters have gone out with the charitable organization, the EIN number, the tax exemption status, to see we've given a calendar. And so those calendar have 7 days of the week. The restaurant can choose which day of the week that they want to come out. If they say, hey, I want to donate 100 breakfast sandwiches on Tuesday, that might be Burger King. One that might be on a Monday. Tuesday, it could be Golden Corral. Golden Corral say we're gonna come through on Tuesday, and we're gonna feed. On Wednesday, Denny say, hey, we want to serve chicken and salad or on that Thursday. Friday, it can be Outback Steakhouse that say, hey, we want to come and serve, and give and donate on that day. See, that's the back end of what I'm doing. What I'm doing is right now.
But is it for that specific facility, or is this going to the other facility? Because I know you operate and support more than one homeless shelter. So
yeah, so I have adopted
the letters are already out,
3.
right? You said the letters is already out. I just want to know, as you have specific letters to go to that specific shelters, or specific people that's given that specific shelters? Because like I said, you are across several different organizations and shelters. So if they donate 100 on Monday, Burger King donate 100 breakfast sandwiches, what shelter is going to get that breakfast sandwiches? Which shelter?
Each letter is signed a specific jurisdiction. So jurisdiction 1, Virginia, jurisdiction 2, Maryland, jurisdiction 3, DC. So each of those jurisdictions each of those restaurants are only assigned specifically from that specified region. So the Burger King in DC is not going to give to the Burger King in Maryland. The Burger King in Maryland is not going to give to the Burger King in Virginia. Each jurisdiction is set up individually, so that way that, guess what? That is being done on a consistent basis to everything down to the T. Now, it's a process into that, because all that stuff gets approved by corporate, and then they have to look at their endowment. They have to look at, what they can write off, what they are going to give away, and things like that. So that's how I have that particular entity. Now, personally, because I love the Morning Max Show and I love you all, I really don't release this type of information because, honestly, there's a method to my madness. And when you're dealing with an oligarchy system, when you're dealing with something like this, you never let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. You just move, and you move within the spirit, and you move with the posture to be able to address the issue. And that's just where I'm at. I'm not running for no politician. I don't care to be a politician. There's nothing that my happiness and my joy is when I see that young man that say, "Yeah, I'm about to shoot a a video because Molly he didn't show me that. Yeah, he didn't show me how to get myself together. Or when you do a comedy show and people are laughing, or when Phil and it is when y'all performing and doing what y'all do, that somebody at the end of the day is relieved, that joy, that peace, that happiness, that that comes forth. So no, this ain't just on the holidays. I do this 365 days a year. I'm not looking for a salary. My salary is the fact that I wake up every day. The Lord and brought me a long way. That he didn't put me into a position to where it's by I'm not no longer going to be sitting down getting on my knees saying, God do this and God do that, and God turn around and look at me and said, you don't need me to do nothing because I've given you life and life more abundantly. I've made you a God. I've put my power, I put my spirit on the inside of you. You don't got to look to the north, south, east, and west to do what I already created you to do. You know what that is? To love. If somebody's spewing out hate, guess what? I let them keep spewing out hate. My mission is that I got to keep giving out more love. And despite whatever I'm dealing with, is it easy? No. Nothing you're going to do in life is going to be easy. But that's life. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we weather the storm. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't stopping. As long as God got breath in my body and he breathing his spirit, because that's how I operate. I operate on the most high. The most high. And he gives me the strength and the power to do what it is that I do. So no, this ain't because I'm running no campaign. I don't want to run for politics. I hate politics. I hate constructs that bind our people, and we have to depend on these things that we know that's not working for us. Elijah Muhammad talked about having a pillar system where we create things ourselves to be self-sufficient, and we do what we do to help take care of us. And that's what I'm sitting here doing. I can look out on somebody else and say, hey, can y'all come over here and do this? No, why am I do that? No, I'm going to go to people that look like me and you, look like my brother. I'm going to go to Molly. I'm going to go to Trey. I'm going to go to Philip. I'm going to go, come to you, Reese. You know what I'm saying? And we do what we can do to help bring change. And anybody, I have said this publicly, anybody is free to reach out to me, to serve with me. If it's something that you think that can be done better, bring it. My main thing is at the end of the day, it's not about an I thing, it's about a we thing, because we are all we got and we are all we need. And ain't nobody gonna come down and crack down from no sky with some cape saying, oh no, that ain't finna happen.
Would y'all come out with other people, Kenny? Would y'all come out with another group of people who doing what y'all doing and feed other people, just coming to assist and see some of the things they doing?
Yeah, we actually got something going on with Gary Clark. He's supposed to be having something going on down at
that's my guy.
Yeah, he's going he's actually doing something down what's that, Farragut North and McPherson Square.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there. I just know a lot of people that does what y'all doing. I think if y'all link and start doing things together, the more the better. And that's what they've been mostly doing. Because a lot of people, they tend, I like the shelters, they need help as well. I just never understood you homeless, but you're in a shelter. That don't make sense. It's people like right there by Popeyes on MLK, is a whole field of people. Like they're homeless. They ain't got nowhere to go. No shelter, no nothing. And it's people out there be having tents and stuff, but they feed these people every day. They come out there with food, hot food, but they make sure it's food that won't get them sick. So I know a lot of these places like Popeyes and stuff, they right across the street and they will give them food. We don't accept it because we know what it does to them. So we know a lot of places, McDonald's and a lot, them things just gonna constantly get them sick, and they make the government money because now they're in the hospital and they gotta, get back healthy. So they got like Starbucks, Bus Boys and Poor, and there's a lot of black-owned businesses that's right there in the area that will give, y'all whatever y'all doing as well. They be looking for other people to give things to help out. And I think if you link with these people, y'all be able to share resources, and at the same time, try to get these people, not just food, but some good food, because I like that people can feed the homeless, but I'm vegan, so you know how I feel about, them eating a lot of the bullshit that I don't eat, you know. But if you ain't got nothing, you got to eat something. But they got options that we can give them, all types of plant-based foods and veggies, smoothies, and Starbucks play a big role, and Busboys important. They got all types of selection. They ain't got to be vegan food. It's just good chicken, halal chicken.
So,
It be
so you
certain
saying that
stuff.
they got healthier food?
Yeah,
So you said
healthier
Popeyes.
options.
You said Popeyes got the BS that'll get you sick, but if you get Busboys and Poets because they have a healthier menu that's better for the people.
Yeah, there's a lot of vegan spots that give away food. Just if you're not vegan, you won't know about these spots. You know, so a lot
But
of
you
people
did
don't.
mention halal, right? Well, ain't that a
Yeah,
restaurant?
yeah, nah. Well, they got
Yeah,
certain
No,
the,
it's
chicken.
not allowed.
the
Yeah,
bowls.
that yeah, they give it to them. So I mean, take what you can get, but at the end of the day, you know, I think y'all will work good together. You know, I think both of y'all be because you can talk to the kids. That's the one thing they not good at. You know, they're like older, they can't really reach to some of the kids. They don't want to hear it, but I think they sit back and listen to you. You know, and then for a lot of the older folks, they listen to the older folks that's in the program. So I think y'all will work out though. If you with it though, because a lot of these places be in areas that people not comfortable. It ain't that people don't want to come help. They just got a situation that some of these people just do dumb shit. You know, they do some shit that you be like, man, I'm gonna hurt one of these people. You know, but you never know what they going through. So definitely having Rick on board. You know, we've been pushing Street Line along with them, so they have a number they can call and reach out. Because sometimes they just
Right.
need somebody to talk to and find somewhere to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
So
think what you're doing good
Yeah.
though, Kenny. We gonna work.
right. So
Yeah.
what we
And they even
have
had something
going
going on the Charles County side too, as well. You know, out as quiet as it kept out there because they have homelessness out there,
they have
behind
homeless
shopping.
everywhere. You have your
Yeah.
house homeless, and then you have your unhoused homeless. Molly was talking
Yep.
about. These are the people that's not fortunate to be in the shelter because they can't have everybody in the shelter because the shelter only have a certain number of people that they take anyway. You got 300 people that's homeless, but the shelter only can only accept 100. That means you have 200 more people out there that have to scramble for shelter anywhere and anywhere they can and how they can, and that's hungry as well. So that's
Hmm.
what Molly's talking about, the unhoused shelter, the shelter, the homeless people that don't have a roof over their head. You got homeless that's
Now,
fortunate to have. So there's a lot of what he's saying. I get and I feel, and Molly, you are absolutely right because the people that don't have a roof, we can't count them. Because we can't count number. When I say count them, we don't know how many they are, but there's a lot. Like the
yeah,
people that's in the shelter, we know how many people in the shelter because if it's at capacity, it's only 100. But there's a whole lot more than 100 people that's homeless or people that's indigent that need our help to have a meal.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now in PG County alone, it's about over 2,985 individuals that have been deemed homeless, and this is outside of the entity of it being inside of individuals being inside a shelter.
and it's like a
That's just Prince
million
George's
people in
County.
PG County. In
Yeah,
gorgeous Prince George's, you have like a million people, and you have
yeah,
how many? You said over 2,000 that's homeless. It's probably more than that.
yeah.
I didn't know
209
that.
is 2,985, and then on top of
That's
the report that
reported.
came out that
That's
we have,
reported. Remember,
yeah,
there's a
that's
whole
Yeah.
lot
reported.
of unreported.
But in addition to that, we just had over 800 homes that went into foreclosures. So now you got to add
Man.
those 800 homes on top of that. Same thing in Charles County. Charles County has 1,465 individuals that are houses. So so just talking with my attorney friend, so while we got these different things that's going on, the outreach and initiatives, now the bigger issue now is like she said, now we got to get enough people to lobby to implement legislation, policies that will actually be in fruition to represent homelessness. And see, the reason why laws have not been implemented is because guess what? There's no profit or money to be made off of the vulnerable. So
And
so it's like,
that is the reality. That is the true reality. If there's no profit in it, they're not interested in it.
So right now we got the poor taking care of the poor, but we need the rich to come out and start helping taking care of the poor too.
They
Because
the ones. They ask for the money. They the ones who put them on TV. Ain't no way you just walk in the news station. Nah, this a good story. We gonna put them on TV and pay people to push money to this program. It's just be like, it don't make sense to me. And there's a lot of homeless people out here. Like until I get into my own apartment, I'm with my cousin, I'm gonna be considered homeless, So when I went down there and applied my stat, hey, I'm homeless. Like I ain't got my own spot, but I ain't on the streets. I'm not in a shelter. Happily, I got family and friends that's willing to take me until I can get my spot again. But it's a lot of people out here like that, and they count those people. So it make it seem like, oh yeah, but it ain't as much. You see the homeless people out here. Some of them dealing with mental illness. That's the worst part. They
And that's
refuse
the
help.
worst part right there.
Yeah,
and that's
A lot of these
that's
homeless people are afraid to go into shelters.
yeah.
Yeah, and then and that's something that we're dealing with is because a lot of people don't understand why they want to go to shelter, and it's like this. Well, because there's some things that go on inside the shelters
danger.
that they feel that they're more safer in the streets, in the elements, than they are within it, with being in the shelters. So, and I try to. I'm actually having a school. I'm Gary do what's called the Sacred School of Outreach, and I'm going to be employing and teaching on the art of outreach, because there's a lot of individuals, like you said, Molly, there are organizations and people that have money, but guess what? I'm telling them like this. I don't really care if they have the money, if their heart ain't in it, and I'm gonna just say it how it is. It's just simply as it is. I had a guy told me, he said, "Man, I went and fed and it was filet mignon," and I said, "Guess what? How was your attitude? How was your attitude? You had people that were serving with you. How was their attitude?" Well, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. I had filet mignon and I had T-bone steak. I said, that don't matter. You could have had the steak made of gold. If you got a nasty attitude, if you here, take it. You homeless anyway. You should guess what? I'm gonna look at you like you're crazy too, and I ain't gonna eat it.
Right.
That's just the real deal of reality. And
It's,
me,
it's not
I
just it's not just that there's dangers in the shelter. Like I'm gonna give you for instance, like that little girl that disappeared. It's a cold case. Felicia Rudd. She was stolen from a shelter. Her mom and her family was in the shelter. And kids get missing while they in the shelters. Kids get molested and raped and attacked while they in the shelter. You in the shelter, you gotta fight for your belongings. Your belongings get snatched up in the shelter. There's a lot of stuff that happens in a shelter because when you cramped in that space with all these different strangers versus you being out and you can see what's coming left and right, or you can get in the corner where ain't nobody else there to harm you. But when y'all all get together, you don't know everybody's mindset. And that's the truth. That's why a lot of people don't go into shelters. I ain't gonna tell you why I know that. I just know that you get hurt in the shelter. So some people say, I'm not going in the shelter. I'm not going in that building, and that's why they out there unsheltered.
And the thing that I know with a lot of individuals when it comes to when they're homeless, and it's just this is just the culture, the crazy culture we have is that individuals, when they're in that position like that, they already feel bad about being in that position. So when I talk and speak with individuals, I speak with individuals with love, with care, and with empowerment to let them know, hey, this is a pit stop. This is not your final destination. This is just a pit stop. This is not the divine will of God for your life. And literally, we think hearing those type of words, You just hearing that, hey, I'm viable, I'm a king, you know, I'm fearfully, wonderfully made in the image and likeness of God. You know, I'm a queen. When they hear those things, it shapes the mind and gets the mind and get their thoughts and their perspectives to gives them to get them the adrenaline, the motivation, and it pulls them up out of the pit that they see themselves in. And that's what it has to happen. You know I said we need to show love, and people say, oh, that just sounds so cliche. No, we need to love each other, because that's the problem. Most of the homeless individuals, you know, we talked about, and Phil, you know, we talked about this before. We talk about recidivism when it comes to returning citizens, right? But there's a recidivism when it comes to homelessness, right? And
It's a
it's certain
What
recidivism.
things.
is return to citizen? Let me stop you. Ask you a question. What is citizen? What are you recidivism? What is that?
So things that keep them in the cycle. So returning citizens that come up out of the prison system, or come back from prison, from
Coming out
being
of treatment
incarcerated.
centers, you know,
Yeah,
you're trying to work your way back into society.
Okay.
you know, we have to empower them and mobilize them so that they can be able to be on track. Trey knows this is mine. This is the saying that I use, and it works. The three fibers that you need: your mental fiber, your physical fiber, and your spiritual fiber.
Right.
Your mental fiber, you need your mental fiber so that you can have mental clarity. And then we talk about mental health, but we need to talk about mental wealth to maintain the mental to be prominent and sufficient. So you have that piece, the mental wealth piece. That what are your supporting systems? What are the support groups? Because I push not just having a therapist, but I push having a support group, having a sisterhood, having a brotherhood. You know, outside of that, because you have a three-part, it can really be successful. You're spiritual, whatever you choose to believe. Muhammad, Allah, Buddha, the tree, the sun, or whatever. You have something that's going to mold and shape you. The physical is interesting because it's not just the physical dispensation of your temple of your body, but the physicality of your environment, the physicality of what you're putting into your mind, the physicality of what you're putting into your spirit. These are faith, fitness, finance, mental health, spirituality, and your physical fiber. You need all five of those entities in order to be successful and prominent. And so in the school of outreach, I'm teaching that too, because there are some people that do want to get involved with outreach, but they don't know how to go. They don't know where to go. And we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about that because it's a lot of people. Man, I see you out there. I be wanting to give, but I just don't know what to do. Okay, well then, you know, and to be honest with you, you don't really have to do a whole lot to make a difference. The biggest thing that when it comes to the youth, Molly knows this, Trey knows this. The youth don't really care who you know. They just want to know that you care.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, I hear you loud and clear, Pastor Clark. This question I want to know: when do you plan on going out there and feeding the people at your women's shelter? So, what day do people need to show up so they can show out and help you feed or do what it is that your mission is to do for that particular shelter? Give me a date and time.
So the goal is tomorrow. You'll get a flyer. My great mentor, she's already created a flyer because she already had the same mindset that I have. Wait on what ain't going right. We got to become the thing to make it go right. So, um, um, tomorrow, hopefully we can be out there bright early. Because they say they put them out at 7. That might be a little bit hard to get people to come out there, and we understand that. But there's some people that said, "Look, I got $5." Somebody literally just cashed at me and said, "Look, I can't be out there, but I love the mission. Here's $5. That's my contribution towards it. And each time that I get some money, I'm gonna donate towards it because you're doing the work. I can't be out there, but I can be there with you in spirit. I can promote what you're doing, and I can be a support system like that. It's multiple ways that we can all do what we got to be able to make a change. And I don't have to be the face of it. It's just the fact that people reach out to me because they know I'm an advocate and I don't play about children and I don't play about my senior citizens. And if you mess with a child, you mess with a senior citizen, then we got beef. And we gonna handle that.
Tomorrow at what time? You still ain't told me. You just said tomorrow. You said 7 o'clock. They need to be there. Give me a time of day, baby.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. So you want the people out there that's volunteering to help and serve to be out there at 6 a.m. Yeah. Okay. And what's the weather going to be like tomorrow at 6 a.m.?
It's going to be cold. It's supposed to be, I believe it's supposed to be 32.
30. So y'all going to be 32, below freezing now. They let them people out the shelter, and hopefully they'll come and do what they do. I don't know. You said they let them out
of 31 tomorrow. After 31.
Yep.
Just today.
Yep.
So y'all got you got a food truck ready out there. I mean, where would the people go? Like, say if I come out there and want to help, am I going to sit in my car until it's time to get out and serve the people? And go,
we talk about this for a brick.
How do you?
So it will be a vehicle. It will be a vehicle. Inside that vehicle, we will have all of the items. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How my queens doing? We come down here to show love. Hey, we got coffee, we got tea, cocoa, grits, turkey sausage. Hey, come on over here to the van. Boom. That's how you do it. People come to the van, they partake until it's all gone. Hey, here's my contact number. We're gonna be back out here at this date, at this time. We this is what we can do, this is what we can't do, but this is what we're gonna try to do, and that's how we do it.
Okay.
That's how we do it. That's just how it is. It's real simple. I know I sound ghetto, but that's how it is. This is just how it is.
Why do you say you sound ghetto? You don't sound
because I'm like, this how it is. This what we can do. This what we can't do.
Don't forget to call to the little kitty. Say, hey, baby, you hungry? Come in. Don't forget to parents with the kids. So.
Yeah.
Now, because it's a battered women's shelter, I don't know. Do they let them out like that?
No, it's not a battered women. This one is not the battered women's shelter. Now, we already know that men are not going. We don't care to go inside the shelter. My main thing is that no senior citizen that is 75 years of age, her being Caucasian, her being African American, should not get on the TV, on the national news TV, and has been a client in that shelter for over 6 months, over 2.5 years, and say, I am hungry. We are not being fed. Because I can promise you that we have so many financial things for overseas, and we got this stuff right here in our front and backyards. I'm a firm believer. Charity starts at home. You can't take care if you can't take care of home. How on else you gonna go on the other side of the equator and take care over there? Charity starts at home. Take care of home front. That's real talk. Real talk. You gotta take care of home.
Molly, did you have something you wanted to say?
Nah, I was listening. And I be worried about all that type stuff now. I got to look into a lot of those things because my money matters now. I used to just blow it on anything. Hell, let me donate. Let me buy 100 bags of popcorn for the kids. Nope, not no more. Time's been hard these last 4 years, trying to save as much as you can. So if you're going to be giving away, you want to make sure it's to a good cause. I know Kenny, I donate anything he doing, so I know it be to a good cause. But I just don't want y'all to be quick to jump on anything y'all see on social media, on the news. If they pushing you to go help their organization, I mean they should be helping it. They got more resources than we do. That's what never makes sense to me. It's just like the jails eat every day. It's niggas over the jail, they got food. You know, it's like y'all can afford to pay what y'all want to pay. People do what they want to do. It's like if y'all don't want these people to eat, they not gonna eat. And that's what they doing. I think they purposely do these things so these people can come out and say we need help, and they do the same thing over and over. It's just like it's a cycle. If this was the first year, I'd be with it. But I done seen this happen 3 years at the same spot on the same news channel saying the same thing. So it's like, damn, y'all ain't do nothing from the last time. So every year they just gonna do this. Y'all never care to fix the building, fix all the holes and leaks and stuff that it had. So y'all not trying to fix it. That's what let me know. Y'all not, what y'all doing with the money then? You know, so it's just like people stealing. We done said it too many times, government people stealing money from these programs. I just like, nah, I don't want to be part of it. So if I want to help, I'm just go out there and help the people. It's like nobody going to 7-Eleven, do it in front of the store. I ain't got to go through no program to give him a few dollars to make sure he can get something to eat. I just do it. I know the people at that's homeless. You want to go feed them? Go out there and feed them. They say it's against the law. I get that. You know, at one point I did, and I'm gonna feed them anyway. I don't care what the police say. Police said, "Man, I ain't gonna lock you up because I like what you doing." He said, "But they do this for people on Jim Jones people. I could been out here giving people poison Kool-Aid, and all of them can drop." He said, "That's what really the big thing is. People think that we just evil and we don't want you to feed the homeless. Like, nah." We just don't want you to feed them something you can possibly poison and kill them. Because it's some evil people out here, you know? So I'm like, I never thought of that. You know I ain't the person that do that, Kenny Nap, but it is some people out here that just be practicing some different things. And they be like, you know what? Let me go kill 30 homeless people. Let me just put it inside some burgers or something. And they will get sick and ill. So got to be careful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and by the way, we did have a donation from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is on the list that we sent a letter to, and Organic Moms is another one, and they have health.
Oh yeah, I got one.
They have health. Yeah,
More.
they have health alternatives, healthy alternatives. Because my secretary, she has what's called the Back to the Garden of Healthy in Me, and so she does the whole holistic thing. So we don't, when I'm with her, I don't put salt. I don't use salt. We provide it as an option, but we don't use it, in the food. We say, hey, that's a choice of your own. If you decide, you want to partake or indulge in that. So we do have that, that coming up the pipeline. But everything is a process. We done been snowed in a whole week. PG County was slow as I don't know what. Businesses were closed. Kids was out of school. Roads was messed up. So we just doing our part. Like I told everybody, I ain't looking to be the Lord and Savior because I ain't. But if I can impact one life, then guess what? Then I didn't done my part.
Well, we didn't mean for the show to go this direction, spend all the time, because we did have videos and everything. But I guess it wasn't in the direction it needed to go, because we needed to know certain things. We needed to get certain messages out there. And guess what? And it did, and we did it. And Kenny, I want to thank you. And you guys, I heard that he's trying to be out there 6 o'clock tomorrow morning to help and feed the people that's hungry in their shelter. That's on a Wednesday, a Wellness Wednesday. So I guess he'll let us know and line it up for the other days when he can go out there and feed that particular facility.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anybody else want to say? Molly, do we got time for one video, Molly, before we wrap her up? What video is this?
About AI.
Okay.
Hey, I'm getting ready to bounce off here. But
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all, man. Pastor Clark, if you need to hit me up, let me know.
Phil, we
All
got
right,
a
that's
show
it.
at the barbershop coming up on the 25th. You
On the
ain't said nothing
25th.
about that. What's going on
That's
with
on the
that?
25th. And also, we're gonna be raising coats to donate to Pastor Clark's charity for the men.
Okay, that's on the 25th.
That's on the 25th of June. I mean January.
Oh, okay. So that's next Friday. I mean
That's
next Saturday.
That's next
Next
Saturday.
Saturday. What's going to be happening next Saturday? Come on, tell me, Phil.
It's next Saturday. We got to show a 2-match barbershop to raise. It's a coat drive where we're gonna be trying to raise coats, and I mean I ain't gonna limit it to coats. If you got something to give away, coats, sweaters, jackets, or whatever, you know, we gonna take it. And I got to get with Pastor Clark, so I was hoping I could get with him and have him just come through the barbershop on Saturday, on this Saturday. But I'll talk to you, Pastor Clark, so I can just introduce you to the people at the barbershop and let them get a feel of what they're, what they're donating to.
Okay.
Look,
That's
let
it.
me
But
know
I'll
so I
talk.
can set my Metro Access ride up to go to the barbershop. Y'all laughing, but that's how I get up there. I set my Metro Access up, and
Well,
hopefully it
we
won't get
would love to have you this Saturday, but right now I just need them Pastor Clark for a meet and greet. But yeah, but make sure you set up for the 25th.
Okay. I'll be there on the 25th.
Love you, baby.
Love you too, baby.
All right, y'all.
I feel.
All right, so
This
that's
AI. This
Stay big,
AI,
Phil. Stay big.
I'm just showing you this how real AI get now. Cause we was talking about AI, and it's hard to. Eventually, it's gonna be hard to really tell what's AI and what's not. But this an AI video. You can make it right on your phone right now. You can just download that, type in whatever you want,
I
and
can
it will
make it on my
create a
phone.
movie for you. Yeah.
It's terrifying how realistic this is. You cannot take any idea in the world, and I mean any idea, and turn it into a realistic video. Like a 30 seconds commercial for Pepsi, for blueberry flavored.
Pepsi Blueberry, where every sip is an adventure. Feel the fizz, taste the berry, join the fun, share the excitement. Pepsi Blueberry, your new favorite.
This is NVIDIA's new AI generative model, and it's the best we've ever seen. I mean, look at these fluid animations with sound effects, background music. It even adds a perfectly human voice to your videos if you want it.
Solitary figure moves with quiet grace. The Yeti, its presence both elusive and commanding.
To edit the scenes, swap the voiceover, or even make any general changes, you can come over here and talk to the AI. There is literally so much you can do with NVIDIA's V3.0 model. It's only a matter of time before videos like this become undistinguishable from reality. You can try NVIDIA AI for free, but if you want to use their generative capabilities, paid plans start as low as $28 a month. This will save you hundreds that you would otherwise spend on editing, animation, and other production costs.
Wow. So that was AI that I saw. I saw Kamala Harris and Jill Biden fighting. That was AI.
Yeah, you can do anything now. Now
Oh
you
wow.
can make a whole movie. People making movies using AI. You just type it in. Like I can
Show the
say,
people that video that I was talking about, Molly, at the
I
fight
can
part.
find it. Yeah, send it to me
That
again.
looked like it was real. It looked like she hit her like this, and she hit her. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, you have to resend it. I done got 100 videos since then.
Wow.
Yeah, I get real though. What up, Destiny? Yeah, say AI destroying artists. Yeah, you ain't even gotta paint no more. You can just tell AI to paint it for you, and they paint you a portrait nobody ever seen or had.
Is
You
this
can
too
resell
much?
it.
Is this too much? Are we doing?
Yeah,
too
fuck
much?
AI. AI stealing my jokes. Fuck AI. They're stealing my jokes. Fuck AI.
AI
God damn it.
stealing
Stealing
jokes
my
too.
jokes, motherfuckers. Fuck AI. It's the next wave, motherfuckers stealing shit.
AI is crazy, man. You
Fuck
can do
AI.
whatever you want. Reese, you can write Shades of Blue. You can make a whole movie. You just type it in. You know, blue character. They make you a blue
Right.
character. Blue do this, blue do that. she walked through the streets and they would create that image and that video. Like, it's crazy. You can make animations now. It's just getting scary, man. But yeah, they taking away from a lot of real good artists, because now, why would you buy a painting from somebody when AI can create that painting in 5 seconds? The exact painting. You know, you just take a picture of it and tell AI create it, but tweak it a little bit, and they do it.
Wow.
LA said, stealing jokes you stole, Dane.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead, LA.
Say, just wait, one day it be real. Oh yeah, and the politicians will just claim it was AI. Yeah, you won't know the difference anymore.
You got that right, because I didn't know the difference. I thought I was bringing something hot to the Morning Mac show, and Molly was like, "Reese, that's fake." I was like, I saw." Man,
That was funny. That was funny, man. They got it. You can make Obama and say what you want to say. Clinton, you can take the face off anybody. Morgan Freeman, and you can have his whole voice and everything.
Morgan Freeman is dead, isn't he?
Damn. Why would you do that to Morgan?
I thought he passed.
What? See? Fake news. Stop watching Fox 5, man. It's not real.
No, I mean, that's my fault. I just thought somebody, so many people that's be passing. It's just, sometimes I get them confused. Hell, I'm getting old. Hell, I might be AI. They over the weekend, they might have switched me with a different fembot.
They gonna say AI started the fire now. AI started that fire in LA.
They made it look like homeless people was starting it. It was AI.
And that's how we got on the homeless people. They been blamed for starting the fire. They was starting fires.
They was trying to cook the oatmeal. They was trying to warm it up.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like that was messed up. Even though all these insurance policies was canceled months before out of nowhere, people was mad. Insurance was getting canceled. Now ain't none of them covered. Them $3 million homes, 4 or 5
So
million.
how they gonna cancel the insurance before the fire? They gonna cancel
they
my
knew it was coming.
Before my house burned down. That's messed up.
Plus, wildfires are not uncommon in California. Wildfires been going on for hundreds of years. It just so happens that now we're overpopulated in those regions, and fire is no joke. Water's no joke. And you got the best of both worlds right there.
If they could cancel us at any time, why do we bother to get insurance?
That's the thing. They mostly never just cancel people. They don't cancel people. Mostly people cancel them because they found a better quote. So for them to cancel all these people, they knew this was coming. It don't make sense. It's just like, why would you cancel these people?
Well, think about how much money they lost last year. Think about how much money they lost last year just in wildfires and destructed homes. Now, this is probably 10 times the amount. They're already estimating at a minimum 30 billion. You know, California is the 4th largest economy in the world. That state alone is the 4th largest economy in the world.
Do that mean it should catch fire?
Hey man, you pack enough, pack enough shit in a bag. You know, when one thing happens, that's a ricochet effect. You know, everyone's talking about, oh, now there's no such thing as climate change. Okay, well now those people like Dennis Quaid, whose house went to the ground, Jennifer Garner, whose house went to the ground. Do you think their money means anything to them right now when they're in a hotel room?
He said he was
Yeah, no, good too.
Damien, can you hear me, Damien?
Yeah.
Damien, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah,
Molly
of course.
Molly,
I can hear you out there.
Hey, Connie.
I can hear you.
Molly got a question.
Good morning.
Molly, answer the question again.
Which one?
Molly said, does that mean it deserves to catch on fire or it needs to catch on fire?
Connie,
well, if you look in the Bible, just read Revelation.
See, there you go.
The earth the first time.
The Bible always gets brought up when these people do something to us. Them the same people who wrote the Bible too. How they destroyed it with water. Next time gonna destroy it with fire. It wasn't the whole world. It was just that part of California. You know, it's like why was the water gone? They had no water I'm like, well, the firefighters, they was short, and they took $7 million or something from their budget before that fire happened. They were short staffed. All that wasn't by accident. You know, I just like, you believe all that happened by accident. It's like, then hey, go ahead, believe it. But I don't see them canceling everybody's insurance and stuff for no reason. Like, they just like, you know what? It'd be not just one company. I see it was one company. All different companies was canceling them people. No matter who you was with, they was canceling if you lived in that area. It ain't like they were just canceling people in other areas.
Yeah, they
too.
did that
Just
down in
that
Florida.
area. So it's just like, come on, man. Y'all really think these people didn't know this was coming? Like, I don't know. I just be like, we that sweet down. I say, I don't know. We might be though. I don't know. They could just say it was nature, and you know, blame it on. You can't get mad at God, so we can blame it on him. Blame God for it. God did it. Hold on, Destiny.
Well, if it's God's will, it's God's will. I mean, when your life is snuffed out, your comments mean nothing after that. So.
Wow. Molly, is that, or do we got another video set up? Because I know we had quite a few videos.
So many videos. I don't know which.
Hey, you ought to pull something up from Nostradamus. God, that's some fucked up reading right there, man. That'll get your head spinning. And that guy has been dead since the 1400s.
You know, there's a video I sent about Muhammad Ali. You see that one?
Oh, side joint, right here.
Oh, fire. No. Okay.
I'd rather share something we talking about. It's someone, I don't know who sent it though. Probably Lee.
It's a fire one?
Well, somebody look like they're in California talking about it. But it's probably the same we've been saying, more evidence that this shit was not by accident.
Saddest part about the fires in Los Angeles is the timing of everything. A lot of people are saying they lost their insurance not too long before the fires. Just take a look at what James Woods says. He says in his neighborhood, about 4 months before the fire, one major insurance company canceled all the policies in his neighborhood. Just take a look at this picture of Pacific Palisades. Average cost of a home there is $3.4 million. Now, how about the timing of the cut of the fire department's budget? They cut more than $17.5 million about 7 months before these fires started from the fire department. And they were saying that they were severely understaffed and they didn't have enough resources to fight these fires. And then the $1 million question comes around. How the heck did these fires even start? And there are hundreds of conspiracies circulating around social media. But I have a question, and a lot of people have this question too, because I saw a lot of videos saying the same thing. It got so hot that the people who abandoned their cars, it started melting. Like the metal started melting down the street, but the trees around these cars looked fine. How is that even possible?
Trees carry moisture, so trees.
You hear him say that? He said the metal started melting, but the trees are standing there perfectly fine. How is it possible to be hot enough to melt metal and not bother the trees?
Which some trees carry water though. That's the only thing. Like the leaves still on there on a lot of them though. That's what's weird. The leaves should have been burnt up, but a lot of trees can withstand a lot of fire.
They ain't gonna stand them kind of fires.
Man,
that's
I don't know.
Burning is the damn trees.
Yeah, and why cancel everybody? That was one guy said somebody his whole neighborhood was canceled. One insurance canceled everybody.
Before it happened. 7 months before they cut the fire department. Then a month before the fires, they canceled.
It could be a coincidence though.
In the neighborhood. That's not a coincidence. That don't sound like a coincidence to me.
Could be a coincidence.
Well, you go down to Florida, you can't get flood insurance anymore. You can't get wind insurance anymore. And if you can get it and you can afford it, you're going to pay probably the same amount as your mortgage payment. I mean, it's true. It's absolutely true. You go down to Florida, they will not insure you for wind or flood. Will not.
That don't make any sense. You can't get insurance.
No, it totally makes sense. It totally makes sense with all the disastrous hurricanes that have happened in South Florida alone. Even coming up into the Panhandle, and think about Texas and Louisiana, the insurance damages. There wasn't enough going in premiums to cover the losses. And when an insurance company goes belly up, shit is getting foul. I mean, that means the government's got to come in and help. The government ain't going to do enough.
So now the insurance can cancel. So, but that's what they need, the flood protection. That's what they need, the fire protection.
Yeah, but that's the reason why. The reason why insurance.
Same thing that I pay.
No, the insurance companies are. Okay, I'll give you an example, Althea. I'll give you an example. The insurance. Let's say your insurance premium, just to give you a roundabout number. Let's say your insurance was $5,000 a year. So that's $5,000 a year on top of what your mortgage payments are. Okay, so after the first major hurricane back in the 90s, okay, those premiums tripled. So now it's $15,000 a year for the same structure, same building. Then it happens again twice in less than a year, and then the premiums quadrupled from that number. So now in order for you to have flood or wind insurance, you're going to be paying probably $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year from that original $5,000 a year you used to pay back in the 90s. No, it's absolutely true. They will insure you if you're willing to put out what they want you to pay.
That's crazy.
Because the insurance is the reason why everyone gets the insurance is because with everyone contributing, when something happens, there's going to be a small number of people that are going to need 100% of that money. And there's going to be people that don't need to cash in because they didn't get hurt too bad. And they're going to continue to pay their premiums. But when you get costs that outweigh what the premiums are for that calendar year and the insurance company makes no money and they lose money, they'll stop insuring people altogether. It's not worth it to them. It's all about money, baby. All about money.
Just a black kid talking about the LA, the Olympics. You know they ain't had space for the Olympics. I want to hear what you got to say about
the
that.
Olympics. We were supposed to host the Olympics.
We hosting the Olympics in 2028 in LA, but they ain't had no space to put it. They ain't know where to put it. They ain't know how they was gonna host it. But now they got more than enough space. They was talking about building smart LA.
Where they gonna put it? I know they ain't talking about putting it where the fires were.
They got a place now.
Smart LA. I didn't even know the Olympics was going to be in 2028 in Los Angeles. Let's go ahead and Google search it real quick. It said the 2028 Summer Olympics, officially the games of the 28th Olympiad, will take place in Los Angeles, California from July 14th to the 30th, 2028. The event will feature over 40 sports and 800 events with 15,000 athletes. Yep. All right, so, yeah, bro. We gonna see, man. We gonna see about LA, man. How are they gonna rebuild, bro? Oh, then I see this post too. Shout out to Brother Truth, bro. That's crazy. If they end up building the stadium right there, that would be a really weird coincidence.
Yep.
Why would they build a stadium where a place where something burnt down? Wouldn't they be in fear that it's going to burn down again? Am I missing something?
Hi.
Good morning, Destiny.
Hello. So I used to work for a company that covered situations that were like in this particular situation it was hurricane, but it's all around natural disaster relief. And with a lot of insurance companies, it's a matter of like, did you pay for it last year and has another hit yet? In Florida, if you get hit by, for example, this one was Hurricane Michael that I went and volunteered to clean up after. So Hurricane Michael hit and people's homes got absolutely obliterated all throughout Panama City. It was layered, it was leveled. And the thing is, you've got your insurance. Your home just got destroyed, right? So you're going to go in, you're going to do your insurance, you're going to try and get some people out here to fix it. But if they, like, I don't know, it rains, the weather's bad, whatever, and it comes back around to the next year where there's another hurricane in the following year, whole fucking year later, right? As soon as the first hurricane of the next season starts, if your house hasn't been fixed, it doesn't matter because they can't prove that the damage that was done to it then is the damage that was already done to it. So your whole thing goes out the window. Every bit of money you put into it, gone. Just saying, the insurance drop a shit ton of people last year in California and the year before. The last couple years, people have been moving the fuck out of California because of how expensive it is and how the police are handling things out there. And all those people leaving, and then all of a sudden there's a drop on the insurance, the fire insurance, and a place where you legally have to have insurance like that, fire insurance, because they have fucking wildfires every year, or not as bad as this, but yeah, they have them enough to enforce the fire insurance. They're gonna have a company fall off of that fire insurance out of fucking nowhere, and then a fire starts, and now not just thousands, millions of dollars worth of damage is being done. What the state is just like, whoops, sorry, but you can use your money while you're here.
But my question is, why would you build an Olympic stadium in an area that's prone to burn down?
That's a great question. Because they're rich and they're proud and they don't care. That's my thought. Like, just like the guy that just like took over a part of Saudi Arabia about 4 years ago, right off the bat, he said, we're just gonna tear down everything you've got because I would like to have this big fancy thing over here. When you're rich and proud, you don't care about others. You don't care about possible outcomes. Andrew Carnegie built a whole fucking beautiful suite on top of a dam that was falling apart. And when they said, hey man, this is not safe, he said, that sucks. I'm making money off of it. And then it crashed and killed thousands of people. And he was like, I made money.
Oh yeah, that was the Johnstown flood.
Yep. See, he knows.
And the only reason why they made any changes to the bridge itself or the dam itself is because he built his little chateau, his hunting lodge, and he had them widen it so his car could go through it.
This is crazy.
That was the only reason, so he could move his car onto the property.
I at this point look at everything kind of like, I don't know. You watched the show called The Boys. How did you watch a show called The Boys? And I'm saying it like that because of the show itself. Oh, good. That's why Damien sounds normal. Good. But you've seen that show. You've seen how they had their power and they manipulated things to make everybody believe this or that. Me watching that shit is like, it takes all of these little tiny voices in the back of my head, like, this was probably government. This is probably government. And it went, whoa. And now I'm like, it's all government. It's the government. It's the government. It's rich bitches, it's assholes and shit.
Well, that's why the hungry is going to stay hungry and the rich is going to stay rich. I guess it's no justice, no peace, there's no equal. It's just, like you got the poor taking care of the poor and the rich people killing everybody and building Olympic stadiums and not giving a damn if thousands of people get. Molly, say something, Molly. I'm just.
Have y'all heard that Richmond, north of Richmond or something like that?
It's done.
No, it's Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
Molly, you're muted. And yeah, you're right.
I'm done. I am superly done.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Good. Who that behind you, Destiny?
My cat?
Oh, I ain't know who was that. I thought your ponytail was moving at first on his own. There's a cat behind you. But I already told a lot of people they gonna find that smart city. And I ain't know how they was gonna find it. I thought they'd just rebuild something that was already down there that probably nobody using or pay some people to move out. But I think, hey, they say, why do that when we can do this? That's my opinion, though. A lot of people think it was Mother Nature But they got things out here that control all types of weather. There's no way that LA always hot. It barely ever rain and all that stuff. And then you can go see old footage when it used to rain and all that out there. So it's like, what happened? What changed? Like, it's just weird. LA weird, but that is the one place that if it's so much money involved in movies and stuff, you can't afford to cancel a day. So up here in different areas, if you cancel a day of shooting, but that costs a lot of money. So that's why a lot of people film in LA. That's why everybody always in LA. That's why it's always about movies in LA, because you never got to cancel. You really ever got to cancel a shoot. So you saying we gonna film this for 8 months? These the days we got to be here, and we gonna. That's what mostly gonna happen, you know. So that's the only thing I think they benefit from that. Like, we don't need it to rain or do anything because we need to get to this money.
Yeah, it don't really rain out there.
At all. No, you good.
Get to the money. Well, we need to get to the money with these comedy shows coming up. We need to get to the money and get some more shows up under our belts. I know I got a show coming up, a couple of shows coming up in February. And I got the show in January coming up. On the 25th, I'll be at 2Max Barbershop. And then on the 8th, I'll be in Aberdeen, Maryland. On the 15th, I'll be in Roanoke, Virginia. And at the end of the month, I'll be in New York for the Black Woman in Comedy Festival. I mean, I'm not performing, I'm just helping and volunteering. But you never know who I may meet, and then you never know what I'll be doing after the shows and stuff. I can go to other places, and my goal is to perform at the Peppermint Lounge. So maybe I can make that happen while I'm up there late night. That's where the comedians come in. People discover you late night. They in the come in. They see who's on stage. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, either she's funny or I'm gonna take her joke. So, and maybe I can run into Colin Joss, because Colin did invite me to New York personally years ago, right before I got sick. So maybe he remember me and maybe he won't, but I'm gonna try to reach out. So who knows? But I'll be volunteering and working on the festival at the end of this month, and the very beginning, I think it's the 26th to the 3rd of March, the 26th of February to the 3rd of March. So, but I'm gonna make it do what it do, and I have my business cards out there so I can hopefully make some connections for the Morning Mac show. Like Desi said, whoop whoop. Because on the back of my card is the Morning Mac show. So, yes. What you think, Molly?
It's time to get to this money.
Time to get to, look, that's what I'm saying, Molly. It's time to get to the bag. And this one right here, Lee is going down to Tennessee. She ain't even here to promote it. Damn it, Lee. Lee is Chevis is hosting. It's going to be the Gwen Factor, Jeremiah Cotton, and Ray Diva, I think, headlining. And Shevitz is funny. He's going to be hosting it. And I don't know what Lee going to be doing. She's going to be floating around like that Hattie is on her flyer. That is Lee's flyer, right? And that's next week on the 24th. Wow.
Yeah, 24th of January, Tennessee.
She going to be in Tennessee.
That's right.
We ain't famous, but we funny as fuck. That's the name of it.
She's gonna be down there doing her thing.
There we go, January 31st.
Okay, talk about it.
The last day of January. Last day of January, Friday night. Funny Man Green representing the DC area, and Tony Viagra, all the way from Jacksonville, Florida, hosted by yours truly, Dickie Headass. Dinner starts at 7. Got a $19.95 limited menu if you want to do that. You can order off the menu if you want. Get your cocktails on. Show starts at 8 o'clock. And we're not famous, but we're funny as fuck.
Hell yeah.
That's Lee's tag. Lee gonna get you.
I'll steal it.
That's her tag. You done stole her tag. Oh, I think she got that patent, Dave. You got to give her $5 every time you say it.
AI stole it, and
Right.
then they stole it from
He
AI.
said AI stole it. We're not famous, but
Yeah,
we
AI
funny.
stole it.
This Dave joint right here, funny man.
Laugh all
Laugh
night.
all night comedy show.
What did it say, Marley?
It's so
Looks like a
much
hell of a
small
showcase.
print. It look like say music by DJ Caesar,
But David's right here.
hosted by
David
Curtis
Green.
Gaskin, with a special guest comedian, DJ Comedy Jam, and BT Comic View, Cool Butter Ice.
Cool Bubba Ice gonna be there.
Yeah, Cool
David.
Bubba Ice.
David Green, you better wake your ass up and talk about your flyer. You better
You know,
talk about the show
probably
you
had one of
on.
them long.
Oh,
Hey, y'all, I gotta go help the wife real quick. She's honking at me outside. I gotta go help her.
I
Okay.
get to
I'll
it.
talk to you guys tomorrow.
Later.
Peace out.
Wellness
Bye.
Wednesday.
all right, Dick. Diggy. Yeah, this is a show is going to be in Brunswick, Maryland. We got Tarek Higgins. It's me,
Me
and
means
others.
David Green. The people don't know what me is. They can't see your face. That's David Green talking.
I don't like that. Who the hell is me? Show your face.
Me?
His face is that bottom right one, since he won't show it.
I can't.
Right.
Yeah, I can't read it.
Bottom right. You
That's
can't
how you
recognize
got a lot
your
of
face.
Read
small
your
print.
poster.
It's
Your face
real
is on
small.
you.
And like it say Bubby G,
How
Bumpy,
can I
Bumpy
open it
G,
up?
Corey Chris,
Corey Chris, I know my boy. Corey Chris, yay.
probably Shantae Anderson, Jerry
Jerry
Lee
Lee
Hopper. You can see it a little bit.
A little
Jibba
bit. That
Jab,
look, yeah.
Peace, Jibba Jab, Peace, Big Will. It look like that say Tarek Higgins,
Uh-huh.
the Playboy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Win
Win.
Cook, the Polo King, and our boy JoJo Baby,
JoJo Baby gonna be in the house.
our very own.
So we got 3 of them. We got David Green, JoJo Baby, and Corey Chris. That we actually Corey's been on the show before. That we know.
I
'Cause
don't know Corey.
He does the show. He came on the show. He does the show at Tacoma Station. He came on here.
Was it here?
Yeah, he came on here
Mhm.
before. He was at work and he popped in.
Yeah.
Recently.
Okay, Corey, you need to come back on more also if you part of the family. Reese said you part of the family. We on here every day. So, you know, if Corey part of the family, we need to see you more. Shout out to Corey. I think I can see his face. I think I seen him a couple of times. I can't really see it on the
Yeah,
fly.
he used to be at Bar 919 all the time. A
Okay.
regular. David met him. David, he was at 919 when you was there.
It's in
Yeah,
January the 23rd from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. 302 West Potomac Street. What's that? Brunswick, Maryland. Brunswick, Maryland, 21716.
Good old Brunswick. Yeah, where it is, I'm not sure where Brunswick is.
It's out there somewhere. It's in Maryland.
Corey's supposed to he's supposed to be at the barbershop too.
Yeah, Corey Chris is gonna be at the barbershop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Let me call Corey. See if I get a ride with Corey. He lives around my way. He lives in my complex.
LA says the date
Corey
correct.
Chris.
Is the date correct on the fly? Why you ask that? Let me see.
No, it's no, no, it's not. It's not correct.
What's the date?
The date is the 24th.
Good look, LA.
Friday, yeah, Friday, the 24th.
I was wondering why you asked that.
Friday
And
the 24th.
That's 2 flyers. Did we correct the other one from yesterday?
That's the same one.
That's the one.
Well, I thought there was one that was like supposed to be on the 20. Like it said the 25th, but it was supposed to be on the 26th.
No, it was
Nah, 23rd, but supposed to be on the 24th, I
It was
guess.
supposed to be on the 24th, but it
I'm
says
sorry.
23rd on the
Okay, the 24th is Friday, right?
Right, yeah.
And the 25th is Saturday.
See the address to our theaters. Hold on now. Which one?
The address to mine got changed to the BFW down in Aberdeen, Maryland. Is that say
God
Aberdeen,
dang,
Maryland?
good look, LA. How LA know all this? He remember.
Look, see, there we go.
Is that the
Thank
one that
you,
says
LA.
Aberdeen? Because I did send the correct one
Oh,
yesterday.
y'all got a new one?
I
Okay,
sent it
might
to
be
you
shit
yesterday.
out.
I sent it to you, Rodney. There, I sent it out individually.
I
This
don't
is
know.
Aberdeen,
I be
Maryland.
having so many messages from y'all. I thought it was the same fly. I didn't know why you sent me that. So it was an address change. I'm like, why Reese? I thought you just promoting it, accidentally sent it to me again. That's all I thought. My bad. So that's the new fly with the new date. Good look, LA. But y'all already know what it is.
What's up? What's
Trey
going on?
buddy.
What's
Nah.
up?
Yeah.
Mama was coming on.
Oh shit, I missed it. The one time she
You
came
just in
home, I
time.
missed her. I done left
It's
out.
okay.
Damn, because I ain't heard from Mama all week. Mama, the kitchen just been closed. I ain't heard Mama say nothing about it.
I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat.
Ooh, I can wipe this motherfucker.
Please not get feed the homeless. So if y'all want to get out and help volunteer, 6 o'clock in the morning. That's early, y'all. In the cold.
6 o'clock.
Oh shit, we still on the line.
Y'all gonna be here at 6 in the morning.
Love it live.
If I want something, I'ma go get it. So I'm with the sharks around us. It's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.